The estimated cost of the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion has ballooned by more than $7 billion. The project now to come in around $12.6 billion. Keith Baldry breaks down what that new figure includes and how the company's CEO is explaining the additional costs.
It is staggering that the government's prepared to spend over $16 billion.
Always controversial, the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion project is also getting to be very, very expensive. Long delays in its construction have helped drive up costs by 75%.
I hope that Canadians are starting to realize this thing just isn't worth it and we need to cut our losses.
What started out as a $7.4 billion project has ballooned in cost to $12.6 billion. Add the $4 billion purchase price, and taxpayers are now looking at a $16 billion plus pipeline. Still, the owner, the federal government, insists the project remains economically viable.
I'm confident that there will continue to be significant interest in this project from both Indigenous-led groups and from other groups that are interested in a project that's going to deliver not only a fair price for Canadians, but an economically good result.
And the company's CEO agrees.
I think our experience and our point of project development today is that I've got a high degree of confidence that we can deliver on this project.
Even at this high cost, the pipeline still enjoys political support in key places. But even its backers acknowledge things could have been handled better.
A project like this should be done in 2 or 3 years, not 10 or 12 years. It's why we need certainty and a reasonable timeline to get decisions made on major projects.
But environmentalists insist that $20 billion can be spent in much better ways.
That's a lot of transit. That's a lot of renewable energy. That's high-speed rail. It's retraining for oil and gas workers. These are all things that we have to do. There's a lot of work to be done to solve climate change, and we should be spending our money on actually taking advantage of that and preparing our economy for the future.
All right, Keith Baldry is live in Victoria. Keith, if the costs continue to rise, is there any chance the feds will walk away from this?
Hard to see that happening, Sophie. They've got so much tax dollars invested in this thing. Peter McCartney says cut the money and run and take your losses, but I just don't see that happening. You heard Bill Morneau, my story, the finance minister, talk about possibly selling the entire project to Indigenous groups. There are 2 consortiums at least who are hoping to buy the pipeline from the federal government. They think it's a moneymaker at the end of the day. So no, the feds aren't walking away. In fact, there's also the job element here. 2,900 people are working on this project. At its peak in construction, 5,500 people will be employed there. So politically, it would be, I think, fairly dangerous for the Liberals to walk away at this point.
All right, thanks for that, Keith Baldry in Victoria.